let's look at how we create a progress monitoring graph for somebody that we just want to show, kind of like a checklist. And the way I think about this is if you're doing the Sword of Success and there's like 4 or 5 comprehension questions at the end of the story, and you just want to track what they get out of those 5 questions each week. So it's not so much like they're going to go from a growth from point A to point B. It's going to be a set number of points. This could also work if you have a student on a pause plan or anything like that, that you're just checking like good points through the day, where you have a capped amount you're going to look at each week or each day, and you're not going to exceed higher than 5. This is another way you can use this progress monitoring. So once again, I'm going to be on the student's e-file, and I'm going to add a progress monitor just like I did before, and we're just going to call this, I don't know, comp questions, for comprehension questions, and you can name it whatever you want to name it. And we're just going to go, once again, if I was going to do it for a week, we'll say we're going to do it from the 14th or 2 weeks or a month to November sometime, end of November. So there we're about a month span. I want a progress monitor every 7 days, so once a week we're going to do that. And right here, I really don't have progress monitor probe that's set up for that, so I'm going to define my own probe. Next, I'm going to go in here, and now instead of defining my own probe, I can choose what type of measure if I want, numeric, text, yes, no, time span, things like that. I'm just going to leave it at numeric, or we can do multiple things with that, as you can see right there. I don't want that second one, so we're just going to keep it at 1. We'll delete that one. Numeric measure, you can see right there, display name. We can call it whatever we want. Correct answers. Graphable, yes. And the baseline measure, we can just put 5. The goal measure, 5. Because I just want it to be flat line across the top. I don't really care to show a growth model in this one. Next, sorry I hit back. Next, it'll bring us to the end. And right now, you can attach it to a plan. So if I had a Sword of Success, or if this was a Sword of Success plan and I want to do it for the comprehension, I could attach it. Or you don't have to attach it at all. We could just leave it and say finished. And I just have a progress monitor. That's one thing that's nice about this, is that we do not have to attach this to any plans. So a teacher could be making individual, little behavior plans, graphs in here that she might be doing rubber bands on the wrist or paper clips in the pocket kind of thing with the student, and this is how she could track that daily progress with each one of those students if it's a behavior. Same as the past, as we look right here, I can go in for him and I can just put in his data probes, and for today he was 4 out of 5. I could update. The next day he was 5 out of 5. Notice my cap is 5, as I said before, and this could be 10 or this could be 3, whatever you choose to make it for your cap. And then I'll just go through and put the last one that is 5 out of 5. So now we update, close, and now when I go look at the student's graphing, we'll notice a few different things. With this, you notice I have a flat trend line because I start at 5 and I end at 5. That's my goal line, or 4, whatever you make it. And my trend line is going to be a little bit off because I had that big dip. You can see where I had that big dip and it went down. But I was up and down, and it just pretty much to show me how many times out of this course did the kid make proficiency, or make 5, or make 4 out of 5, whatever I decide my proficiency mark is. It just gives us another way to graph this, or use this graphing of progress monitor that's not on a growth scale. It's just on a flat model where we're just looking for a correct. But once again, all the same functions that we use with the other one. We could do a reporting. If I put information in my comments, they'd all show up there, and just works the same as the other way we did it with that. But that's kind of the difference between the two, and how you can create your own. You can have your own ad hoc, whatever you want. You can make this work for you, whatever you'd like it to do.